What's going on, my psychedelic squadron? It's your boy Trippy here, coming at you with a Madden 19 video today, man. We're gonna go ahead and keep this as short, sweet, and to the point as possible, coming off of this little bit of a hiatus, man. I would like to thank you guys for all the support that you guys have given me during this little bit of a break. I was gonna take a little bit of a break from like Madden videos and just kind of focus on gameplay videos, but even if I really wanted to like continue to upload Madden in the first place, but during this little bit of a hiatus, I was sick. I'm still kind of sick. My fiance was sick, and I was still playing like a buttload of Madden, so it kind of let me know that like Madden is still like pretty near and dear to my heart, no matter how much I try to like fight it and get mad at it and all this other stuff. So yeah, I will continue to post Madden videos, things along those lines on this channel. Most likely still be the forefront of the channel. So now that I got that bad boy out the way, let's go ahead and get into what this video is going to be about. And it's going to be about the new team MVPs that are going to be dropping tomorrow. These are my predictions. Now, it looks like they're doing a theme of one offensive AFC player and one offensive NFC player, as well as vice versa for the defensive side of the ball. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into my defensive predictions first, then we'll head onto the offense. And my first defensive prediction will be of the Los Angeles Chargers, Melvin Ingram, who hasn't had an upgrade since Team of the Week, Week 2. And these stats could definitely use some work, as you can see the 77 speed on the screen right now. His finesse move is still actually pretty decent. He's actually more of a budget player, even though like his price is actually kind of high. For a 90 overall player, but with the the lack of right ends in this game outside of Bruce Smith, Jabal Sheard, Aaron Donald, and I think for the most part that's Jerry Hughes that just dropped. Outside of that, it's pretty freaking dry. So with him not getting upgraded in a very long time, him having a fairly decent season. I think he had about 48 combined tackles, 45 if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in that range, and then like 7 sacks. But with Joey Bosa not being in the game or like in the lineup for like the longest time at the beginning of the season, for him to still make the impact that he did on that team, him being moved around to middle linebacker, to outside linebacker, whatever the team needed him to do, like majority of the time, I could definitely see him getting a team MVP card. Please, Madden, Lord Jesus, give us some more right ends in the game. Like, it doesn't apply to me necessarily, but we really need some more variety at that position. We have every left end you can possibly dream of. Please do us a favor. Give us this card. But let's go ahead and get into my NFC defensive player, and that is going to be DeMarcus Lawrence. Yeah, I said it. We got enough left ends in the game. Blah, 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 blah. But if you really think about it, this is kind of their time to go ahead and finish DeMarcus Lawrence off and just keep going and put that final stamp on his players cards or his power up set basically. So as far as like what I feel his stats are gonna look like, judging based upon what his Khalil Mack card, or not his Khalil Mack card, but the Khalil Mack that dropped earlier today, it was literally just if you had him powered up +1 on every stat for the most part, I think. So he'll have +2 from this card. It'll be 83 speed, 90 acceleration, 88 strength. Of course, his height isn't going to go anywhere. 95 tackle, 94 play recognition, 93. They might bump that up to about a 94, 95 block shed. 97 power move with a 90 finesse move. And this card didn't come out that long ago. And you're probably wondering, like, why don't they give this card I want to say like a Byron Jones or a Jalen Smith? And honestly, DeMarcus Lawrence was like the leader of that defense, 100% wholeheartedly. He was the leader of that defense. From the comments that he made about going to the Saints and smacking them in the mouth, they're not scoring 40, they're not scoring 50. Like, I gained a lot of respect for him after that, and I'm a huge Eagles fan, and I don't like Cowboys whatsoever. But that defense balled out, and it was largely in part to DeMarcus Lawrence. That front four set the tone. But he did have 64 combined tackles, 10.5 sacks, 1 interception for 13 yards. So he had and that was a really athletic interception. Now to think about it, I forgot who it was against, but he had a pretty solid season for him being like the #1 pass rusher. He did drop off in 4 sacks the year prior, but definitely took a huge a bigger leadership role in the team. And like I said, the epitome of MVP would be DeMarcus Lawrence for the Dallas Cowboys defense. Now, of course, it's team MVP, but really, if you really think about it, they'll have like some team builders for like maybe Byron Jones and or Jalen Smith, depending on which route they want to take. So I could see them throwing those cards in there, but they better not fuck this one up. They cannot fuck this one up. But now that we got the defensive side out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into my offensive side, and we're going to start with Mr. T.Y. Hilton of the Indianapolis Colts. And there really isn't anybody else on offense that the Colts would like have other than Andrew Luck. And Andrew Luck already got his comeback player of the year card. Let's get off of that one because it's about to end. But honestly, like, T.Y. had a pretty solid season. I think he had like 76 receptions for 1,260 yards. He averaged like 16.8 yards per reception, and he had like 6 touchdowns. And with him being the #1 receiving option, his second being Eric Ebron, which took all the damn touchdowns from Andrew Luck. It looks like T.Y. should honestly get this card. Right behind him will probably be Eric Ebron. And then with the rest of them, you can sprinkle in a couple of the other defensive guys that helped. With Andrew Luck already getting a card, T.Y. getting this card, and Darius Leonard getting like a Team of the Year card. Like, those are the top 3 players on that team. And outside of those 3, like, nobody really deserves this card, 100%. So T.Y. should definitely get this card. As far as his stats, I'm looking at like 96 speed and 89 jumping, I would want to say. 97 catching, 93 catching traffic, basically +3 to everything because of the overall. So I could 100% wholeheartedly see this card happening. And I kind of hope it does, honestly, because T.Y. he was the best receiver in the game when he first came out. And then like shortly after that, he wasn't. I can honestly see T.Y. being like the best receiver in the game after that happened. If not the best receiver, damn sure the best slot receiver. I'm not going to say he'll replace Tyreek Hill because I made that bold statement before, and it did not happen when Robert Woods came out. But I can 100% see this card being on a whole bunch of other people's teams. And last but certainly not least, let's go ahead and hop into who I think is going to be the Eagles' Team MVP card, and that'll be Zach Mother Flippin' Ertz. Now, honestly, there really wasn't another offensive player on the Eagles that really could have gotten this card. Ertz set the most receptions record by a tight end in the NFL. Of course, you had Kittle and Kelsey who were doing their thing too, but the most receptions by a tight end, which was set by, I think, Jason Witten back in 2010 or 2012 or something crazy like that. And Zach Ertz had a tremendous season, and I know he just got a Team of the Week card, but so did DeMarcus Lawrence, and that didn't stop me from predicting that one. And it would be awesome, especially for my team personally, because Zach Ertz has like 90 speed on my team. Like, it's insane what I could do with Zach Ertz. This is like 95% like prediction, like unbiased, and it's like, another 95 of biased opinion. But honestly, this is more of an educated decision in my opinion, just due to the fact that the way that it looks now, judging based upon the screenshot, the team MVP for the Dallas Cowboys is going to be a defensive player. So it only makes sense that the NFC, which is, the Eagles, will get the offensive side. So I could see them definitely giving it to Zach Ertz. Yet again, don't know who else they would give it to, and I hope they don't fuck this up. But honestly, Zach Ertz is probably going to get this one. Either him or Lane Johnson. But that's to be determined. We'll see how that turns out. But these are my predictions, man. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, go ahead and smack the like button. Hit the subscribe button. 2-piece those mofos. It'll help the channel grow tremendously. Also, you, feel free. Let me know what you think down below who the team MVPs will be. If you think I'm retarded for either one of these or anything that I've said about any of these, let me know. If you're not following me on Twitter already, I suggest you do. I'm super active, and if you have any questions as far as like team building, who you should pick up on your team, kind of goes hand in hand, but things along those lines, man, I'm always open. You can hit me up on my DMs, you can hit me up, you can add me, whatever have you, man. I'm 95% always there for you. Don't forget to comment down below, and until next time, fellas, peace.